Good evening, I'm Brendan Purdy. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, a white Christmas in Edmonton. Heavy snowfall blankets the city, wreaking havoc on the roads. Plus, a rink in ruins. The pump house at a St. Albert skating rink is damaged to the tune of $100,000. And lighting up a long-standing tradition. We take you on a trip down Candy Cane Lane.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Brendan Purdy.
Thanks for joining us. With many people visiting loved ones tonight and over the next few days, Edmonton police are asking drivers to do what they can to ensure that everyone gets to their holiday celebration safely. The driving conditions, of course, worsened early this afternoon with the start of another major snowstorm. CTV's Nicole Lampa breaks down what to expect over the next few days.
Sheila Rossi is a considerate driver.
Had these things there and I couldn't get in. And it's pretty miserable out, so it's nice if we give everybody a chance, right?
She hopes others are the same when they travel this Christmas.
Just taking it slow. You know, slow and steady wins the race.
A fleet of AMA tow trucks are ready to go. The heavy snow mixed with cold temperatures is making Edmonton's roads treacherous. So AMA has a full staff of drivers working overtime over the next few days.
We're just expecting, 2 times our normal call volume, which, we're trying to encourage people to try to stay home if they can, but if they are traveling, just be prepared.
And it's not just city roads that are a concern. The RCMP is warning drivers about dangerous highway conditions.
The Mounties point to last week's conditions that led to the 100-car pileup on the QE2 just north of Calgary. Police say Christmas Eve sees the same volume of drivers on Alberta highways as they do on long weekends in the summer.
That's combined with poor visibility, poor road conditions. Consider waiting if roads are bad at that particular moment, or not going in the middle of the snowstorm.
Prepare for the journey, not just the destination. Anything can happen in between. You could get stuck in traffic because there's a car accident and, stuck on the highway for a couple hours. So just make sure you have an emergency road kit in your car.
The AMA expects wait times for a tow truck will range between 8 to 9 hours over the next 2 days. For Rossi, she's putting in an extra driving wish on this snowy Christmas Eve.
Can you tell people to turn their lights on? Because if you don't turn your back lights on, people can't see you from behind in the snow.
Nicole Lampa, CTV News, Edmonton.
All right, meteorologist Josh Clausen in to break down what we can expect for the next few days. And what I can tell you folks at home to definitely expect is when Josh and I leave the building today, our headlights will be on.
Yeah, absolutely. I made that mistake for about 30 seconds and then was like, oh, no, got to turn those on. Especially if you're out on the highways. It has been near whiteout conditions in many areas. Snowfall warning in effect for the areas in red, including the Edmonton area. You got a freezing rain warning in the southeast, extreme cold warning across the north. There's another snowfall warning. This will be ended later on tonight for the Icefields Parkway. But around the Edmonton area, you can see from Slave Lake all the way south to Red Deer, from Evansburg all the way east to Lloydminster. Snowfall warning. In general, most areas are going to get about 10 to 15 once it's all said and done with. Some spots, especially east and northeast of Edmonton, I think could see close to 20 centimeters. You get some heavier bands here just south of the city, and again, just off to the north in the darker purple zones. All of this slowly moving off to the north and northeast. So we got a few more hours before this back edge finally moves through. So we'll pick up several more centimeters on top of what's already out there. I think we probably end up close to 15 centimeters total by the time it's all said and done with. 9 p.m., still snowing, but temperatures should actually start to climb. We're in the minus 20 range right now. We'll get to about minus 18, minus 16, 9 p.m., midnight. Somewhere between about 10 p.m. and midnight, that snow should finally end. And then we'll see some sunshine tomorrow, especially around lunchtime. Midday, a little bit of sun, minus 19. Not bad for wind. Wind chill in the mid-minus 20s. Temperatures will get to about minus 17 for a daytime high tomorrow. Snow returns for Friday, and that could be another significant dump of snow. Talk more about that and look ahead to the weekend in just a few minutes.
Thank you for that, Josh. People in St. Albert will need to find a new place to skate after damage to a community rink over the weekend. CTV's Merrick Takash reports.
So the vandals cut through this brace right here.
Even with a padlock on the door, someone was able to break into the pump house on Kingwood Boulevard.
Ultimately, electrical panels, several pieces of copper wiring, large cables were cut out of the building.
With an estimated $100,000 in damage, the skating rink will be closed for some time.
It's frustrating. Vandalism isn't anything new. We do see it quite regularly. This one was a bit much, though. This one is more than just graffiti. This is going to take a lot of effort to repair.
Police are unsure if one person or more broke into the shed. The damage caused is severe enough to leave the rink without running water for the next few months.
We're not sure how bad the frozen pipes are. We're not sure the extent of the cable costs or the breaker replacements that are going to be required. That's all being looked into right now.
In the meantime, people will have to drive to a new public rink.
We're certainly not going to be able to provide ice for the residents here anytime soon.
Police say the vandals knew what they were after.
Now, it looks like the suspects in this incident were targeting precious metals within that electrical equipment. So we're talking copper wire and those sort of things.
Corporal Troy Savinkoff says electrical theft is part of a trend police are noticing over the past few years.
These are all different items that these thieves are targeting with the idea that they're going to steal the item. They're ultimately going to take it to typically a recycler and get money for it.
Police are asking anyone who sees suspicious behavior around pump houses to report it. Merrick Takash, CTV News, St. Albert.
The chief of the Calahoo Fire Station is asking that whoever broke into their fire station return the life-saving equipment that they stole. The break-in is believed to have happened on Monday around 2 a.m. About $60,000 worth of fire rescue equipment was stolen. That includes equipment used to extract people from crashes, including a piece of commonly known as the jaws of life. The fire chief says this is a senseless crime that put a whole community at risk.
If something would have come in and our staff would have responded to a call in that last 24 hours to rescue a patient, that they might have opened up the truck to find they weren't there and had to call the next station away, which could be up to 20 or 30 more minutes to respond to help.
The Calahoo Fire Station had to borrow equipment from another station, or others rather, and is now fully equipped. While most Edmontonians have Christmas off work, others will be clocking in. Some restaurants, bars, movie theaters, and more will be open tomorrow. CTV's Gates Guarin has options for those who don't celebrate Christmas or need a break from the festivities.
Christmas Day doesn't need to mean staying cozy at home. It can be an opportunity to try something new, like scaling a rock wall at Edmonton's largest bouldering gym.
There are a lot of routes to choose from beginner all the way up until very difficult ones as well.
Open from 12 to 5 tomorrow, blocks won't be charging regular price to climb. Instead, it's pay what you can, with donations going directly to Edmonton's food bank.
Yeah, we just wanted to make the decision to help out people in the community and be open so that everyone can have family time together.
Most of the city's movie theaters will be open for families and movie lovers to catch the latest blockbusters and chow down on some popcorn. For those looking to get away from the winter chill and go somewhere a bit more tropical, West Edmonton Mall's World Water Park is open for a quick splash or slide in the pool. Galaxyland is also open if you prefer your Christmas with a dash of adrenaline. Christmas Day can also mean going out for a meal.
We've always want to give a chance to those who don't celebrate Christmas or who are simply looking to get out of the house, an option to come dine in with us pretty much.
Korean fusion restaurant Hanjun also offers up special cocktails if you're looking to keep the holiday party going into the night.
We're more than happy to offer a place where you guys feel taken care of, where you guys feel welcome. And we especially have karaoke, so if you guys want to have some fun here, you can definitely grab a drink or two and sing some songs as well.
No matter what you're into, there's more than enough happening in Edmonton to make this year's Christmas Day a memorable one. Gates Guarin, CTV News, Edmonton.
We have some breaking Christmas Eve news to now pass your way. We've been tracking Santa Claus throughout the day. Currently on his way down to Brazil, be there in about 6 minutes and 50 seconds. And if you can see that little counter in the top right-hand corner, those are a lot of presents that have been doled out thus far. We will keep you updated on Santa's progress throughout the show. Just ahead, fighting through the frost for the food bank.
It was hard, it was tough, but the numbers speak for themselves. We did so much good for our food bank that it was worth it.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Welcome back. Canman Dan's annual foray into the frigid elements has come to a close after collecting what he says is upwards of 27,000 kilograms of food for Edmonton's food bank. Dan Johnstone, better known as Canman Dan, spent a total of 10 days outside battling the elements over this month. His latest jaunt, a 7-day stretch outside of Sobeys. Over his 15 years of collecting donations, he's still blown away by the generosity of Edmontonians over the holiday season. He says people seem to donate a little bit more the colder it gets.
Honestly, it was one of the most taxing things I've ever done. It was hard, it was cold, and if this was 15 years ago, sure, maybe young Dan could have done it, but not this old man, not old Dan. So, I don't know, man. It was hard, it was tough, but the numbers speak for themselves. We did so much good for our food bank that it was worth it.
Johnstone says even though he won't be camping out, he hopes that Edmontonians keep the food bank top of mind heading into the new year. With a busy night ahead, St. Nick braved the snow earlier today to spread a little bit of Christmas cheer. He was spotted giving away candy canes to people on the pedestrian bridge by St. Albert Trail today. He even had the time to take photos and greet a friendly imposter. It's the 15th year Santa has paid a visit to people on the bridge. West Edmonton Mall was busy with last-minute shoppers searching for the perfect gift. With the clock ticking down until Christmas, shoppers were scouring stores up and down the mall. Many tell us they were searching for stocking stuffers and a few last-minute gifts. Others say it's what you can't put under the tree that really counts.
I'm just happy that my family gets to be together for the next week. We all have the week off, so we get to spend a whole bunch of time together. So honestly, that's my favorite part. So I'm just looking forward to that.
A real horsey.
Oh,
She wants a real horse.
Okay. What about a stuffed horse? Wouldn't that be cool?
A real horse.
Okay. Well, you know what? We can always dream, right,
Yeah.
Patty girl?
The mall opens at 9 a.m. on Boxing Day. Still to come, an iconic Banff hotel is transformed into a holiday marvel.
But it's really about making those moments special during the holiday season, and the castle lends itself to creating these little moments of magic.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The iconic Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel has transformed into a winter wonderland. Edmonton-based designer Corey Christopher turned the building into a Christmas masterpiece. His team spends weeks creating the displays.
There's a lot of ornaments, there's a lot of magic, there's an insane amount of ribbon and garlands, tons of trees, but it's really about making those moments special during the holiday season. And the castle lends itself to creating these little moments of magic.
More than 100 trees throughout the hotel are decked out in roughly 6,000 ornaments. That is a lot of hanging. That's a lot of ornaments. Yeah, that is a lot of work. And it looks beautiful, Josh, but maybe not with all of this snow.
Yeah, this shot doesn't look as beautiful.
No,
especially if you have to drive anywhere anytime soon. Hopefully you're at home and you're staying at home, or you're staying wherever you are for the next few hours. River Valley Sky Camps brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right here, it's free. It's minus 22. In Edmonton right now. That's the warmest we've been so far, but I do think temperatures are going to climb as we head through the rest of this evening. So we'll get to about minus 17 or minus 18 for an official daytime high today. This will be the coldest Christmas Eve in Edmonton since 2021. Minus 25 in Fort McMurray, minus 24 in Grand Prairie, minus 21 in Red Deer. There's your wind. It's not bad in the city, but a little stronger off to the south and to the east. Wind chill close to minus 30, into the minus 30s across the north. Wind chill of minus 28 in Edmonton right now. Cold warning for the areas in pink. Freezing rain warning south of Medicine Hat, Icefields Parkway. Snowfall warning. And here, a snowfall warning centered around the Edmonton area. You can see where the heaviest of the snow is. I mean, you've got another pocket here up around Grand Prairie, but the heaviest of the snow is kind of right along that Highway 16 corridor and pushing north. Red Deer, you're still technically included in this snowfall warning, but the snow is pretty much done for your area. I mean, there might be a couple of flurries still kicking around in the area, but the heavy accumulating snow is gone. That'll move out of the Edmonton area by mid to late this evening. Still coming down pretty good right through the overnight period in northeastern Alberta and east central Alberta. Tomorrow morning, we'll start the day under mostly cloudy skies. There's your midday clearing, so we'll get some sunshine tomorrow and fairly light wind. And then here comes the next system. That'll bring some snow through, especially the afternoon and evening hours to the Edmonton area and from Edmonton south towards Red Deer. Again, could see 5 to 10 centimeters of snow, similar amounts late Friday into early Saturday morning in east central Alberta. Temperatures tomorrow morning should be in the minus 20s across most of the north, minus 34 though in high level. It's going to feel about 10 degrees colder than it reads on thermometers with a 10 to 15 kilometer per hour wind. So wind chill mid minus 20s or into the minus 30s at times. Minus 18s for Lloydminster, Red Deer. It'll feel more like the mid minus 20s with a bit of a breeze. And here in Edmonton, it'll feel in the minus 20s for most of the day tomorrow as well. So there's your temperatures slowly climbing as we head through this evening. And then after midnight, they'll drop to about minus 21. We're back to minus 17 with a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow afternoon. And then another 5 to 10 centimeters of snow Friday. Saturday, look at these temperatures, minus 20 in the morning, but dropping to minus 24 and gusty. It will feel in the minus 30s all day Saturday. But after that, it warms up pretty quickly. Minus 4 Sunday, 2 degrees for a daytime high on Monday. It doesn't last long. Tuesday, we're still around 0, but for New Year's Eve and the first few days of 2026? 2026 already? Yeah, 2026. Cold once again.
All right, thank you very much for that, Josh. Some students at an after-school program are learning about the pros and cons of artificial intelligence. The Code Ninjas Winter Camp teaches kids to learn how to write prompts, how AI can see and hear, as well as generate art and music. Knowing the dangers of AI is also taught. Staff at Code Ninjas believe understanding AI is a valuable skill for young people.
And now that it's becoming a lot more widespread, it's important that especially kids know, like, when is it okay to use AI and when is it not, and like learn about how they can use it in like everyday life.
Sometimes not be a good thing, but you should always be careful with what you're doing with AI.
Code Ninjas says encouraging kids to learn coding when they're young can lead to future education and careers. Now, when we return, the history behind Candy Cane Lane.
The other neighbors in the street just started saying, well, can we do that too? And so it just kind of grew organically.
CTV News at 5.
Welcome back. For 57 years, Candy Cane Lane has delighted Edmontonians with its colorful lights and festive decorations. It's also a major fundraiser for the food bank. Tonight on Once Upon a Time in Edmonton, we explore the lane's humble beginnings from 4 houses to 8 full blocks. Here's CTV's Matt Woodman.
From bright lights to jolly jingles,
Say Merry Christmas!
and photo opportunities, Candy Cane Lane has come a long way since it started in 1968.
It was really exciting that first time.
Peggy Garrity and Pat Richardson are the daughters of Ron and Esther Matcham, Candy Cane Lane's founding family.
They were such Christmas people. Yeah. Christmas was the biggest thing.
When the Matchams moved on to 148th Street from Saskatchewan, they were inspired to start decorating by a similar street in Saskatoon.
My parents contacted the people in Saskatoon, and so they generously gave the pattern for the snowman and the candy cane. That was all there was at the start.
Candy Cane Lane started with 4 houses and a few wooden cutouts. The sisters say it quickly took on a life of its own.
And then the other neighbors in the street just started saying, well, can we do that too? And so it just kind of grew organically, people just wanting to be a part of it.
Everyone would agree on which night to switch on the lights.
They would call that was the light up night. And
they said that they got lit.
Yeah. There was probably a few rum and cokes that night too.
While the sisters settled in St. Albert, they visit the lane every December to see what's new and what stayed the same.
It hasn't changed. I think
the house looks
exactly the same.
So
as
much
it was.
the same. The street has changed a lot, but the house hasn't.
When we first moved here, we didn't really know much about Candy Cane Lane.
Amy Branting and her husband still live on the lane. They moved in here near 92nd Avenue in 1980.
This wasn't part of Candy Cane Lane yet. Candy Cane Lane at that stage of the game was only about 3 blocks long.
As the lane grew in size, so did the Brantings' Christmas display.
But we're running out of room.
In the early 90s, Branting and her neighbor Lori Burchell discussed adding a donation drive to Candy Cane Lane. They asked their neighbors to place boxes for the food bank outside of their homes.
The first night we realized we had a problem because the lady that was the first drop-off, she said, my living room's full, my hallways are full, and they're still coming.
While donation levels typically fluctuate with the temperature, the food bank says Candy Cane Lane has made a big difference for more than 30 years.
Most years it's about 10% of our overall food goal. It has been as high as 30,000 kilograms in 1 year.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I still get excited over seeing the bins finally go out.
While Ron Matcham had died by the time the food drive was introduced, Garrity and Richardson say their mother was thrilled.
Oh, she loved it.
Yeah, of course.
She loved it,
yeah.
Really.
Both are proud of the Christmas tradition their parents created, a tradition that's been celebrated for nearly 60 years.
It's just a reminder that people can do things in your community that are meaningful. And they don't have to be great, big, huge things. They don't have to change the world. You can create something that people love and enjoy, and it just brings happiness to people.
Time now for one final look at where jolly old St. Nick is this hour. Looks like he's just going to be passing the King Edward Point in the South Atlantic. More than 4.7 billion presents and counting have been delivered thus far. That is a busy, busy man. All right, that is all from us on this Christmas Eve Wednesday. We hope you have a safe and happy holiday season. I'll be back with you on Monday night. Until then, take care and goodbye for now.